Okay, we're outside Ross Services, and we're going to be going in a few minutes, and we're going to take a look at some of these tow trucks, get some good photos, and hopefully some video footage. Okay, this is Rick from Ross Services, and he's taking time out of his busy day to show us how this Class 8 wrecker works. And right now he's putting the underreach.
We just greased it all up so it's all nice and gooey.
Nice and pretty.
This is the newer style legs that everybody's put on the back of the wreckers.
Okay. And here's the boom coming out. And what's the maximum reach on the boom?
18 feet off the back of the truck.
18 feet off the back of the truck. So here's a shot of the boom fully extended and the underreach fully extended. We'll take some still shots in a couple minutes. I was talking to Lynn Ross, one of the owners, and she said the sleepers do in fact get used.
This morning.
They oftentimes have very long runs, and of course when they run out of time, that's what they've got to do, is use their sleeper. So that was the question, or the answer to the question we had as to whether they got used for sleeping. This is a shot of the new style of legs that Rick mentioned in the video. Not only is there a spade, which is flipped up in this case, but there is also a mini outrigger as well. In this shot, we can see the underreach, or the stinger, fully extended. In this close-up of the end of the stinger, take note of the two yellow pieces, which can slide horizontally. These can hold interchangeable forks for cradling a truck's front axle while it's being towed. This is the compartment at the very front of the wrecker bed. In it we can see there are a variety of forks for cradling parts of a damaged truck's axle or underframe. Another closer shot of the rear of the wrecker. Note the spotlights mounted on the top of the bed, as well as the reflective tape mounted on the lower parts of the body. This area is just to the left of the underreach. There are 3 air fittings or glad hands for operating trailer brakes. There is also a socket for a cable to run to the trailer lights. Also note there are 2 more forks kept handy in this location. This area is just to the right of the underreach, and there are another 2 forks kept here. These, plus the ones on the previous photo, are probably the most commonly used. Just another shot from behind showing how the stinger is made of 3 telescoping segments. This whole assembly is attached to the bottom of the boom and raises and lowers with it. A close-up of the end of the boom. Note that there are 2 cables available for pulling. This is the point at which the hydraulic cylinders lift the boom. Attaching the stinger to the boom means the weight of the vehicle being towed transfers to a point over the wrecker's wheels, instead of being behind them as it would be if it was simply attached to the back of the wrecker body. This is a close-up of the point at which the hydraulics attach to the boom. Take note of the extensive bracing. This is a close-up of one of the winches mounted on the top of the boom. Note that it appears to be hydraulically powered. This is the inside of the compartment of the rear left side of the truck. These controls are duplicated in a similar compartment on the right side. The driver uses whichever panel is safest and gives the best view of the work being done. A shot of the door of the control compartment. Note the model of the wrecker, as well as safety warnings, and there is a specification placard there too. Rick's truck has this grizzly bear on the hood. His is the only truck with any graphics other than the company logos on it. The yellow part behind the sleeper and in front of the wrecker bed is an adapter to allow the Stinger to act as a wheel snatcher. Rick says this is necessary for any modern highway coaches that may have independent front suspensions. Here's just a front three-quarter view of the overall truck. Just a view of the left side of the truck. Note once again the yellow behind the sleeper, that's the other side of the wheel snatch assembly.
So the Stinger is being put away, or the underreach.
And there is a big difference. If you look at this one, where the Stinger top is higher than the boom.
Okay.
That's called a Euro Stinger. It's narrower this way,
Yep.
and it goes an extra 18 inches longer.
Oh, okay.
This one over here, shorter,
Right.
right? Because it's a 35 ton,
Right.
not a 50. So it doesn't have the European style Stinger, right?
Yep.
Main thing is the highway coaches, because the axles are set so far back.
Right.
You gotta have this one. I've turned corners with that one and ripped off passenger side mirrors.
Yes, I definitely will get the grizzly bear.
I'm the only one that has anything on their truck. Today is my 26th anniversary here.
Wow, that's cool.
But you have to get your Discovery Channel back for January.
In this view of the back end of the wrecker, we can see that the Stinger has been folded upright. Even folded, it's a fairly massive assembly. This is Ross Services Incident Management Vehicle. It's based on a Ford F-150, and it has a boom-mounted floodlight on the top, which is powered by a separate generator, as well as a board that flips up at the back with a set of arrows to divert traffic around an accident scene. In this shot, we can see the folded up floodlight on the roof, as well as the arrow board folded up at the back. This is an interesting option that's available on commercial Ford F-150s. And basically, it's a door which opens up into the side of the bed, and on this particular truck, there's a toolbox mounted in there. So that way, the driver of the truck doesn't have to climb into the bed to get at this toolbox. Everything is available right from the side of the bed. This is the rear of the incident management vehicle, and as you can tell by the high visibility stripes, they want to make sure that people see this vehicle, especially seeing as it would be placed ahead of an accident with its arrow board folded out to get traffic to move around it. You wouldn't want this to get rear-ended.